Welcome inside the CBC Olympics digital studio for Paris Pulse Day 8. We are live on YouTube every day at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm Dale Manucdoc. She is Meg Roberts.
And this is what we have coming up in the show. Canadian medal moments, they never get old. We bring you all the latest. Also, Summer McIntosh is in the pool again for her fourth individual medal. American rapper Flava Flav is wholeheartedly embracing the games, as well as some other celebrities. We also have some big breaking news that we're going to talk about, as well as the highs and lows from the track today. And as always, I break down what you need to tune into. But starting off, let's chat a little bit about medals, because we have secured two since we chatted last.
The first one is in rowing. I got to watch that race live this morning. The women's 8 crew getting a silver medal.
And what a close race that was. Not for first place necessarily, but the second and third, very, very tight.
Yeah, between Canada and Great Britain, they were separated by just about a second. Coxswain Kristen Kitt, she notes that Canada slid down the world rankings after their gold medal in Tokyo and how difficult it's been to rally the troops for the last 9 months. But she is proud of them. She says that she's never seen any team dig deeper than she saw these women dig today.
Well, clearly they're walking away with the silver medal, so that is very impressive. Okay, Kylie Moss in the 200-meter backstroke. She won a bronze yesterday. I am so excited for her because this is a really special moment. She is the first Canadian swimmer to medal in 3 consecutive Olympics. And I think that just speaks, obviously, to the skill set that she has and how long she's been able to do this for.
Captain consistent, Captain Kylie. And Meg, I know you know her personally.
Yeah, Kylie is from Windsor, Essex, as I am, and I've known her since she was little. And not only is she a phenomenal athlete, obviously, but she, more importantly, is such a spectacular person. And I think that, her teammates have acknowledged that, putting her as captain for these games. So Windsor, Essex is very, very proud of Kylie
Meg,
Moss.
you got a twinkle in your eye when you talk about Kylie Moss.
Yeah, she's such a sweetheart, and she's such an ambassador for women in sport, and she's been doing it for so long, and she's been grinding for so long. And back home, we see this. We have seen this for years and years because she's been on the world stage for years. So I think she's having an awesome games, and we're excited to see her when she comes back, obviously.
Somebody that will definitely be carrying the torch for Team Canada's swim program is Summer McIntosh. She'll be swimming for her 3rd individual medal today, along with Josh Liendo and Ilya Haroun, who will be in the 100-meter fly final. We spoke with swimming analyst Brittany McLean about the finals on day 8. Here's what she had to say.
With the women's 200 AM, though, of course, McIntosh is on fire. The 200 AM is arguably, of her individual events, one of the weaker ones, but not really necessarily weak. We just haven't seen her swim it as much. So she has a bit less experience. But the fun part about less experience is that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. She can get in that race tonight. I was actually talking to a few people yesterday that if she's in the mix with 10 meters to go, with the freestyle of McIntosh and the youth of kind of getting through the rest of this week, there's no one else I'd bet on. So she just has to put herself in the race, and this is her shortest race, but it's also what would be considered one of her more fun ones to throw in there. And I think she can contest for Olympic gold in it, which is crazy to put those 2 statements in one sentence. But I also wouldn't count out Josh. He's building really well into his races. I love the smart swimming we're seeing out of these experienced athletes. That second 50 making his push. He's waiting until the right time. And again, he had the morning off today, so he's just able to give it a go tonight. I'm really looking forward to that. And Ilya, just every single time he swims, he's getting faster. We know him more as a 200 specialist, but to be in the mix in the Olympic final in the 100, it's what we call a big boy race. It takes this really strong, powerful athletes, and now he's one of them. And how cool is it to have 2 men fighting for the podium? It's definitely a position we haven't been in quite some time.
So Summer McIntosh can get her 3rd individual gold medal, her 4th overall for these games. She can catch all of that at 3 p.m. Eastern. The men will swim the 100-meter fly at 2:30 p.m. Catch all of that on CBC Gem.
Okay, so there is somebody else who's making waves in the pool. Not an athlete. Flava Flav has been very popular. Here he is with the Women's USA water polo team. He has been a big fan supporting them, and it's just been so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, and he was with actually CBC yesterday at the Canada Olympic House before the Canada and Spain USA, the Canada-Spain basketball game. Here's what he had to say.
We're in Canada House with Mr. Flava Flav. All right, you are one of the most fun, good stories coming out of the Olympics. You've sponsored the U.S. water polo team. I mean, you're just doing so much for so many athletes. Did you ever expect that to be your life right now?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, no, but it's something that came about, and I'm proud to be doing it. You know, God is good. I was put here on this earth for a purpose, and it was a good purpose. And that's my purpose right now, to do that and to be here talking to you.
And we're having some fun. You're going viral all around the world.
Yeah, I got me a shot of Anastasia. I got me a shot of Anastasia. Not Anastasia. That's what your name reminds me of.
She said my name reminds me of Anastasia. All right, there's a big basketball game coming up, Canada-Spain. What are your thoughts? Because there's a lot of people thinking Canada-USA in that gold medal match.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, you know, being that Canada is more closer to my heart and to my home. Come on, you know I got to go with Canada, you know what I'm saying? I just came from Spain too, you know what I'm saying? But I was on a cruise, you know, and we traveled on a cruise to Spain and everything. But now I'm here, baby girl, you know what I'm saying? Canada's close to us though, so I gotta go with which is what's more close to us.
Pound it. All right, give a nice little shout out coast to coast, because Canadians love you, Mr.
Coast to coast, because we eat pot roast, and all the losers can't play us too close.
Flava Flav, anything he says is good. And yeah, as you heard Anastasia, I'm just kidding, Anastasia say there, he is sponsoring the U.S. women's water polo team, but he also made another contribution this week.
Yeah, a very big contribution. There was a USA Olympian in the discus throw, that is Veronica Fraley. She posted on X that she was not able to pay the remainder of her rent. Her school pays 75% of it, and she was competing in the Olympics the next day. Flava Flav tweets her, X's her back. I'm not entirely sure what we're calling it. And he says, I got you.
I got you. DM me. So he's helping taking care of her rent. He's also spawned a GoFundMe page, a fundraiser that has generated more than $21,000 in donations.
And I just want to talk about this for a brief second, because I think we forget what a sacrifice this is for so many Olympians and athletes who compete at this level. Not everyone can be Simone Biles with the partnerships and the sponsorships and the money rolling in. My partner is a Paralympian, and you have to be marketable. You have to make money outside of the sport, which is such a sacrifice, and it's really challenging because you're also trying to train. So I think that this moment is very, symbolic to what a lot of athletes are going through. We sit here and we watch them, and it's entertainment and it's fun, but there's so much sacrifice and hard work, obviously, that goes into doing this.
Especially for those Olympic athletes, because Veronica Fraley, she notes that her school is, as you mentioned, funding just 75% of her rent, whereas the football team, the football program there, are getting quite a bit more.
One other celebrity that is always making headlines because he's just so good, Snoop Dogg is out, and he's out with his partner in crime, Martha Stewart.
His ride or die. 1, 2, 3 into the foe. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Martha Stewart's at the door.
These pictures are amazing. I love the sunglasses, the all black. They just look too cool.
Both of them can make anything look cool, but especially Snoop Dogg.
That's true. Okay, we're going to move on to something that's a little bit more heartbreaking, a little bit less uplifting. Damian Warner has withdrawn from javelin. He has had a very kind of disappointing start to the morning in the decathlon.
Yeah, the withdrawal from javelin comes after he failed to register a mark on the pole vault. So disappointing for him. He was looking to repeat his gold medal from Tokyo or hit the podium. He was leading the decathlon after 2 events. He fell back a little bit, but regained the lead after the hurdles, the 6th event. He killed them and was really in position to do very well because the last 2 events are some of his specialties.
And after those 3 missed tries, he has... After those 3 tries, obviously brought him back down to 17th place. So he has withdrawn from the decathlon at this point. What a show he's put on over the years, though. He's got a bronze medal. He has a gold medal. He is 34 years old. What a show of athleticism.
His legacy is set 100%, but for sure he's a little bit disappointed. Also disappointed, Canadian sprinter Aaron Brown, who was disqualified for a false start in the morning heats for the 100 meters sprint. So he does not go through. The only Canadian that did is Andre DeGrasse, who came third in his morning heat.
And he will go on and advance in the semifinals. But this is going to be a really challenging race, obviously the men's 100 meter. He'll go on the semifinals, and even the finals. Like, this is some tough competition.
It's a loaded field.
It is. Lots of eyes on Noah Lyles. He is walking around right now saying that he's the fastest man in the world, and he did win the World Championship that was in Budapest in 2023. So technically he still is, but
a little bit of chirping going on before Paris 2024. Here's what he had to say about Kishane Thompson from Jamaica.
Does knowing that the Jamaicans are kind of turning up at their trials right now, does that amp you up a little bit?
Shoot, I want to see what they do. Well, I'm trying to see something.
You want to know?
What, did they already start running?
Yeah, Kishane Thompson ran 9.82 in the 100 meets.
All right, nice. Let's hope he stays healthy.
So talking a little smack there, a little chirping. That's what I love about sports, is people really trying to talk their talk and then put their money where their mouth is.
I think, the talk around Thompson is so fascinating. It's such a good storyline because we've never really seen him in any major international championships, but he showed up to the Jamaican qualifier, and he ran the 100 meters in 9.77 seconds, which is faster than Noah Lyles' personal best.
He crushed his morning heat. Basically jogged to the finish line. He's one of those athletes, when you look at him, you're like, he could probably do anything. He probably play baseball, football, basketball, whatever.
I'm just so excited because this is one of those situations where there's almost a bit of mystery. What can he do? How is this going to end up? So this is definitely going to be something that we're all going to want to tune into.
We're going to want to watch that tomorrow, but first, there's today's action.
Meg's must watch coming up. So first of all, as I had mentioned, there's lots of swimming today. Lots of swimmers in the pool, starting off with Ilya Haroun and Josh Liendo. They're in the men's 100 meter butterfly. That is at 2:30 p.m. Summer McIntosh and Sydney Pickram in the 200 meter IM at 3:08 p.m. Also, I'm very excited for sprinter Audrey Leduc. She's in the semifinals of the women's 100 meter today. That's at 1:50 p.m. The final happens at 3:20 p.m. And Dale, where can you find these races?
CBC Gem for free.
Watch it there. Also, tomorrow morning, Canadians are winning a medal. And you're probably thinking, how do you already know that, Meg? Well, I can confidently say that because Wyatt Sanford is in the boxing 63.5 kilogram semifinal. Now, in this event, win or lose, both competitors get bronze. So where he's going to have to see what color the medal will be, but he will get a medal nonetheless. His fight starts at 6:36 a.m. Eastern. Okay. But happening right now, the Canadian women's soccer team takes on Germany in the quarterfinals. They are currently playing that right now, so I know that's where I'm heading.
And also happening right now, Felix Auger-Aliassime playing for a bronze medal in the men's singles tournament. So a lot of action happening right now. Thank you for sticking with us, and please join us again tomorrow live on YouTube at 1:30.